Hey there, Shrooms. We've swapped places. I transferred myself to the garage, so I don't make a mess out of my room. And I got the tools here. I mean, some tools. What we're gonna try and do now? I made a. I drew some lines on the head, so I know where to cut. It's like more or less, cause just give me a sec. Because like this is the original head that I printed out, and this is the head I'm working on. So it's not gonna be perfect because they like don't fit too good. Like if I try to make it straight up, it would have to go like this. So I would have to cut here, and there would be a lot of places to mistakes. So I'm gonna try to make it a bit different, but as close to the original as possible. So we're gonna... So I don't know if you can see the lines. I'm sorry about the lighting because, I'm in the garage and it's not quite well lit. It's a sunny day outside, but, the windows are small in the garage, so yeah. I hope you can see the lines. I mean, I'm gonna cut here and here. And I'm gonna try to sand down a bit this part. I'm not gonna cut it because it's very small and I don't know what would help me with this. I think sanding will be the best choice to do it. So I'm gonna try and do this. I borrowed some tools. Fortunately, my uncle had the kind of saw that I don't know what it's called in English, but it's you can cut down elements in 19 degrees, so it's gonna help me with this. And yeah, we're gonna try to cut this part out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit scared of cutting down all of this, especially the corners. I don't know how to, because I will not be able to turn. So I think I'm gonna have to drill holes in the corners so I can just cut, turn, cut. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I gotta try. I can always like cut here and then here, but those parts will still be left out. So yeah, I'm gonna have to think about it a bit. I also have to drill holes right here, and I'm gonna have to fill out this part. And I found some wood. It's actually the same wood as the guitar. We have the same kind of tree on our property, and some branches just fell down, so I found a couple of branches on the ground, and the wood is quite nice actually. So I'm gonna try to fill this part out and then cut the other element to fill this part out. So I'm gonna have this hole filled out so I can mount the bridge here. I don't think it's gonna be easy, but I bought some glue. It's tight bond, I believe it's how you say it. It's a glue that people who make guitars use. So I'm just gonna fill the holes up. When it's not gonna be cut perfectly, so the rest the glue has to fill it up. I hope I can make it work. What more I'm doing right now? So I took the plate from the back. You remember. It's mounted here. So it's all black, but when I tried to sand it down, yeah, it's just paint. So I'm trying to sand it down right now so I can have a clear metal, and it should work fine. I'm gonna also try to make this part a bit more pointy, because the original project has this part like way more pointy, way sharper than the original. And I'm trying to look for a couple of parts, like the metal plate that's gonna be on the bridge. I have a couple of pieces of metal. I found some, you know, some stuff you just find all lying around. So I'm gonna try and cut it to shape, then I mean cut it and then bend it to shape. I hope it will work. And also I'm gonna cut down this part. But these things I'm gonna do them later because they're not like they're not too important right now. So I'm gonna have to make this thing a bit more pointy, and this it's just gonna be way more sandy. So I'm not gonna show everything because it's gonna be really boring, but as I go forward I'm gonna try to show how I'm doing this, so you know how I made things. Okay, let's go to work. Oh, and one more thing, I bought some wood. It's round pieces. They're sold by a meter, so I had to buy long sticks. What do I need them for? For these holes. I need to fill them up. So I'm gonna sand down the paint a bit and then just stick it in. Wait, it shoots? Oh yeah, it works, but oh yeah, because there's no paint here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to sand down the paint from this side, then put in the stick and glue it in. Just cut it to shape, sand it down. It's the easiest way I found. I thought about. Alright, so I made some measurements. I tried to find the places where I need to drill, like where I need to mount the guard for the bridge. It's gonna be more or less like this. I hope you can see it properly. Yeah, more or less. Let's just move it a bit. So the bridge is gonna be here. I'm gonna use these two holes, the original holes that hold the big guard here. I'm gonna cut it a bit so the guard doesn't interfere with this because it will be angled. So I'm gonna cut these out a bit because there's a lot of holes that will hold it in place. So these two holes don't really make a big difference. So yeah, I'm gonna use these two holes. I'm gonna make two new holes here, make the guard out of the sheet of metal. Then I'm gonna make a smaller sheet of metal in here, so I will, let's just put it down here. We're gonna make these, drill the holes, make the piece of metal, and then I put these here. I just wanted to see how will they fit, and I put the let me show you this. So these are two elements, so this element will be drilled, will be mounted to the guitar, and this bit will be mounted to this bit with a screw here, so you can angle it to make it more this way or this way. So I wanted to see if I measured and drew everything out properly, and it appears everything's fine. Like, I have some space between those, like I wanted to, so it's gonna be easier to use these. So I put these bits on double-sided tape. It wasn't too easy because that tape was really soft. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, I wanted to hold them in place, so it's easier to visualize this. Okay, so right now what I need to do, drill the holes, like 6 holes here, 12 holes here, and 2 more here. I'm gonna have to make 3 more holes here, but it's after I fill these holes up. And what it actually turned out, my dad was supposed to borrow the tool from my uncle, but he's not there, so my dad bought the tool. So I have something like this to cut these elements out. I hope I can do it properly. And after that, we're gonna try to cut everything. Yeah, and then sand it down, make it work. So to make this bit a bit pointier, I'm gonna just use the sandpaper. I'm a bit afraid of like cutting it because it should be a bit sharper here. So I'm just gonna sand it down a bit, hoping that it will turn out good. I especially don't want to mess up this this hole because you know the bolt comes here. And it's gotta hold it down, you know. Okay, well, just more sanding. Alright, so I have all the points where I need to drill marked. Everything is prepared, so the next part, what I'm gonna do is to fill these holes. Like you saw, I sanded them down because I want the glue to hang on real tight. What we need to do, measure out this. So it's like 15 millimeters. 15 millimeters deep. I hope you can see it properly. Then I marked the 15 millimeters 6 times, and I'm just gonna cut it. After that, I'm gonna fill in all these holes, glue them up, and wait for it to dry. When it dries, I'm gonna sand it all down so it's it's a smooth surface. So after that, it's gonna be ready to drill some more holes for the strings. I mean, the things that hold the strings. Can't remember what they're called. Like, let's call them hooks. So I'm gonna put them same places that they were. It's gonna be the easiest way to do it, and I won't have to like measure out anything. It's just in the middle of where the holes were. After that, I'm gonna cut the shape, and it's gonna be ready to get the paint. After that, we're gonna get to the more serious stuff. Okay, so as you saw, I used the hand saw. It's not even for wood, but I want it to be as delicate as possible because these pieces are really small. Right now I'm gonna have to sand them down and put them in. Okay, so I have everything prepared. I hope everything's clean enough. I cleaned the holes, I cleaned sticks. I don't know. So we're gonna glue them in right now with the tight bond glue. I'm really hoping, and oh yeah, when it comes to glue and sharp things, use gloves. I don't trust glue or the sharp things. Okay, so I don't want the glue to go everywhere, so let's try it out. I don't know. Oh, sorry. I don't know how much it's gonna. Oh no, it's okay. Okay, so I'm trying to be as careful as possible. Don't want to put too much glue, but also not too little, because I want the holes to be filled up properly so it sticks really good. Oh man, this one's really tight. Insert, that's what she said joke. Okay, so I have a bit of cloth here. On the glue it says that you should wipe the excess glue with a wet cloth. Okay, so okay, it looks good. I think I'm gonna put some more to fill the holes up. Because when I'm gonna sand down everything, I want this to be as smooth as possible. I'm gonna leave the bit of glue on top of it, because it's supposed to be sanded easily, yeah. So I'm gonna leave a bit too much, because it's better to leave too much than too little, because when you leave too little there's gonna be a hole here. So I think this is gonna be better. All right, so let's make it happen. Yep, I just noticed I'm getting the whole thing covered in glue. Yep, I should have thought of that earlier. Oh man, because I don't want to paint this thing, I want to leave it stuck. And of course this thing too. Oh boy. At least it's gonna look more authentic, because you know Johnny's guitar is a bit tortured. Yeah, this is gonna be better. Continue. Okay, so it's gonna be like that. Now I'm gonna let it dry. I'm gonna also fill those holes with glue. These are from the screws from the original, you know, keys that were here. And I also erased my lines, so I'm gonna have to do them again, just so I know where to cut. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this to dry and I'm gonna take care of some different things. Yep. So I found this piece of metal for the guard. It's some kind of kitchen appliance part, I don't know. It was just lying around, so this part should be almost perfectly what I need. It's straight, it's quite hard, I don't know if I can bend it properly, but we're gonna check out. So I need to cut it here. It's gonna be really loud, so I'm not gonna use the audio, switch it to something else. Well, let's try. So one more thing, when you do something like that, make sure there's nothing flammable around, and wear safety glasses. That's very important. Yeah, so we got our piece. I'm gonna have to cut it down a bit, make it straight, drill the holes and try to bend it. It's quite hard, so I have no idea if I can do it, but well, I'm gonna try. If it's not gonna work, I'm gonna find something else. Okay, so it's the next day. The next thing I'm gonna try and do is to prepare a piece of wood to fill up this hole. I'm gonna make a draft or whatever on the piece of paper. Then I'm gonna cut it down and I'm gonna try and make one whole element, because I was thinking about filling this part up and then with a different piece of wood this part, but it would be best to make one piece of wood to fill up this whole thing. It would be the sturdiest way out. So I have this piece. I think it's the same as this, and I'm gonna try it out. And another thing, the glue dried up. I added some more right here because there was a slight hole still, and a bit more in these, because the glue sunk into the holes and I had to fill it up a bit more. But the glue looks good. It's really hard, and I think it's gonna be really sandable, like the bottle said. So this thing goes there, and we're gonna try and make this. Okay, so first thing, I'm gonna put a piece of paper here, tape it up so it doesn't move. I'm hoping it will not move. So I can draw the shape here a bit more easily, I mean. I'm using the painter's tape or whatever it's called. It's used to, you know, put on the walls when you're painting the house. Not to paint everything. Okay, so this should not move. And now I'm grabbing a pencil. I'm gonna try and see if this works. Wait, maybe like... where is the... No. It's not gonna work as good as I thought. Or maybe? Oh, okay, okay. You just gotta have the technique. Okay. Alright, so we have a rough shape that we need to cut. A bit suggestive, but let's leave it there. Now I'm gonna paste it on here, or maybe I'm gonna cut it to shape, then put it here, glue it down I don't know, maybe with the tape also, and cut the rough shape of this. After that, I'm gonna have to cut it the other way, you know, the what do you call it? Depth. The worst part is there's an edge here, so like the last couple of millimeters will be different shape than the rest of this part. I hope I can manage. The most important part is this one. It needs to be as perfect as possible, because there's gonna be a bridge here, and I need it to be as level as possible. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Alright, so I made the draft. I glued the paper like on top of the wood. Let's see if I drew it properly. I hope so. Yeah, it looks good. So, okay, so I'm gonna cut these bits, like this part, that, and then this way and this way. I'll have to cut this side too. It's a bit crooked, I just noticed. Well, I hope I got it right. I mean, even if it's a bit crooked, I can always sand it down a bit and then fill it up with the glue. So it should be fine. Now, we need to measure out the depth of this part and depth of this part and drew it this way. I hope I can do it properly. I don't know if I should maybe cut first and then draw it out. I mean, I'll cut this side, these sides first, so I can draw it here first. Okay, so let's see. For example, this part is like 18 millimeters deep, and this part 38 millimeters, plus that bit that goes deeper, because I'm measuring to this part. I hope you can see it. Oh man, tight space. I'm measuring this to that part here, but there's also that hole. So I'm gonna leave a bit more for it. Okay, so I'm gonna draw it out and then I'm gonna try to cut it. I think I'll do it manually with hand saw, just in case. Maybe I'll use the new tool just to see how it works. But yeah, I'm gonna draw more. I'm gonna draw it out, draw the depth, and then I'm gonna try to cut it, just so it's ready, because I have a lot of sanding. I tried to sand down the paint right here, and it's quite tough. There's a lot of weird paint here. It's well, you know, in a project like that, there's a lot of sanding, and a lot of sanding more to do. Yeah, let's go. Alright, so as you can see, I drew out the shape. I mean, the shape I already showed you. I drew how deep different parts should be. So I'm gonna try to first cut it to size here, and then cut it to size here, and we should have a good element. I mean, just some sanding and then glue it up. I hope it's gonna be the correct size. Well, we'll see. I don't wanna destroy this thing because it's like the almost perfect piece of wood. Okay, we'll see. Okay guys, so I made the element, but oh boy, it wasn't easy and it didn't go the way I planned. I mean, I'll tell you something. Don't try to do this project without tools, and I mean tools, real good tools, because oh man, did I have issues with it. So yeah, as you can see, it fits, but there's a whole lot of free space. So I could just find another piece of wood, because right now I have some tools. I even bought some bigger saw or whatever it's called for this, and now it cuts quite nice, but I don't think I'm gonna do this again. I'm just gonna fill this up a bit with some pieces of wood, maybe, so to make it a bit stronger. I'm gonna fill it up with glue, and I mean on this side, which is way more important, this piece is enough. So it doesn't fit perfectly. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a like hole here bigger than here, but it's enough. I can drill holes here to put the bridge on, and I'm gonna fill it up with glue, sand it down so it's level. On this side I was thinking about doing the same, so filling up with glue, sanding it down so it's perfect, so it's level, everything, and then just paint it. But the way it turned out, I'm gonna just fill it up with glue, paint it up, and then I'm gonna put the cover that was here, so it doesn't show. Because I mean, it's not gonna look good. And I mean, Johnny's guitar is not a new guitar. It's very used, but still, I don't want to leave it like that. But it's enough. So going forward, all right, time to glue it up. Oh, don't forget to put something underneath. I don't want it to glue to the table. Okay, so yeah, I made a lot of mess, and as you can see, I forgot my gloves. Well, where you focus on one thing, you forgot the other. So yeah, I made a lot of mess, but that's why I record everything, so you don't have to make my mistakes. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it now to dry up. When it dries, I'm gonna fill up the holes even more. I'm gonna try to fill up absolutely everything except these holes, because we need to cover it up. And yeah, except the holes that I need right here. Okay, so these I don't need. So I actually wanted to glue them up, so yeah, that's done. Now we wait, and after that I'm gonna drill the holes. I'm gonna mark the holes here where I need to drill the holes for the bridge, and after that I'm gonna drill every single hole I need, and after that we're gonna cut up what we need to cut up, and then fill this thing up too. It's not gonna be easy also, I think, but yeah, we're gonna manage. I'll try to use this piece of wood to fill this one, so I don't waste too much material. So yeah, now we wait. Okay, so here comes the first scary part. I mean, There were some scary parts before, but this one's really scary because I'm gonna try to cut the shape of the head, and I have only one try, so wish me luck. Okay, so we have the rough shape cut out. I think it turned out quite well. I mean, it's of course it's a bit different, but looks actually quite good. I wanted to leave some more space here, but it's not that easy to operate that saw I have. I mean, I'm doing it first couple of times actually, but I think it's quite okay. Now I'm gonna sand it down all the way around. I don't want to leave any sharp edges. I sanded down these two surfaces so they're nice and smooth. Maybe I think I can do a bit more here. Yeah, but it's practically fine. More sanding. Alright, so I cut this little piece of pipe. It's gonna be a handle for the switch on the guitar. I spared you the cutting part because it was, first of all, quite boring, and second of all, it wasn't pretty. It was quite a pain again. So I cut this thing, and I wanted, I think I already told you in the first episode, I want to use these screws to put in from one side and the other side, but these screws were like this long, so I decided to cut them in half because this handle would be really long. So I decided to make it a bit smaller so it looks better. Then I needed to make a thread inside from both sides. Again, boring. I mean, I showed you how it looks like, but yeah. So this pipe, I mean, the walls of this pipe are not they're not wide enough, and you can see a bit thread on this side, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. It doesn't look bad. So I'm gonna put the screws from both sides, and I need to make a hole here so I can put it on the switch. Then I'm gonna tighten them up so they squeeze the switch and hold it in place. It should look good. I need to do a bit sanding. I mean, these sides are a bit sharp still, and I cut the piece of metal for the bridge guard, and I need to make it look a bit better, so I'm gonna sand it down a bit too. So, more work. Okay, we're getting to the more scary stuff, which means drilling the holes and cutting the shape of the guitar. Wish me luck. Okay, looks good for now. Oh, if you're wondering what's with the tape on the drill, I marked how deep I need to drill the holes, just for safety. Okay. Alright, looks more or less fine. Not quite as straight as I was hoping, but I really hope this will do. I mean, I can always make the holes a bit bigger, but this should be fine. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to drill the holes for the bridge, but I can't fit right now, so I'm thinking I'm gonna try to cut out this shape first, it should help me get a bit deeper. All right, cross your fingers. All right, we can start cutting. Starting to look right. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of sanding again, but we have the shape, and I even could turn here. I thought I'd have to go just straight, but yeah. Now just sanding a lot, make these edges look good. And yeah, looks good. I was really afraid to cut this out, but it's not as bad as I thought. The wood is very nice to work with. Oh, all right. I gotta take a breather because that was stressful. Next thing is to fill the last hole up. Yeah, so I'm gonna use that piece of wood that I cut out from here, because I don't want to waste it. Alright, so when it comes to pickups, I was worried that these covers will not fit, and they do not fit right now, but I noticed that there's like a bit of plastic sticking out on each side, and the actual pickup is thinner. There's just the tape here, so you can't like see it very good. But if I cut down the excess of plastic on the edge right here, I think I'm gonna just have to like sand it down. It's quite easy as I tried. It's gonna take some time, but this should fit when I just sand it down a bit. And I'm gonna try to cut down this piece to size, because like pickups have holes in there, and I would like them to look like this. So I'm gonna try to cut this plastic up just so it fits here, so it covers the holes and everything looks better. I hope I can do it as precisely as possible, but well, we'll see. I really hope I will not damage anything, especially because there's a lot of wires right here, so I gotta be careful. And I'm gonna have to solder up these, because I had to cut this thing so I can take it out from the guitar, because the wires were going through a hole, such a small hole that it didn't fit. So yeah, a bit of electrical work and more sanding. Yeah, more sanding, a lot of sanding, hours and hours of sanding. Yeah. Okay, so one part down, and it's looking quite good. So after I sanded down these edges, I can put the guard on. I'll just have to point these upwards, but it fits now, so I can put them on. But there's one more thing. I gotta cut down this bit, and I don't know how actually to do it, because I don't want to mess it up. But well, it's possible. If this was possible, this is possible. And this went a bit faster than I thought, because this plastic is quite soft, so it sanded quite easily. Here's hoping to the next part to be as easy as this one was. So with a little bit of persuasion, we have something like that. And it's gonna go right here, cover it up. It's gonna look way better than without it, because of the holes. And this should now fit perfectly. Yeah, so it's gonna look more or less like this. I'm gonna bend it up, and it's gonna look better at the end, because I need to bend these bits so it fits, so it goes all the way down. But yeah, but it's gonna look more or less like this. So now I'm gonna have to do the other one the same way, and I'm hoping I will not balls it up. Wish me luck again. Okay, so I did it. Thankfully it came out real nice. It's gonna look like a one element at the end when I fit everything properly, but I'm happy the way it turned out. Or maybe I could bend this a little. Just give me a sec. It's a quite tight fit, but it's good, because it's not gonna rattle around it's gonna stay in place real good, real firm. Just give me a second, I'm gonna bend it a little. It's gonna look better. Okay. Oh man. Just one more second. Come on. Okay. Yes, so I'm happy about it. Let's see how it's gonna look when I mount it up. Yeah, there's one more thing I thought about just now. Oh, wait a second. I just want to see it. Yeah, so it's gonna be more or less like this. I'm hoping it's gonna look real nice. But yeah, one more thing I'm thinking right now. These two, one of them is first and one of them is second. I have no idea which one was on which place. Yeah. Oh well. We'll see at the end. Okay, so what I need to do now is to solder up these wires. Like I said, I had to cut them off because I couldn't take the jack out from the guitar. So do not take this as a how-to video because I can't solder. I don't do it. Usually I just join the two wires and tape them up and that's everything. So I have no idea how this will go. I hope it will go fine, good enough, let's say. But I have no idea. So let's just try. Let's try and see how it goes. Okay, so the guys on the how-to videos make it look easy. But well, I guess this will be enough. I'm gonna work on it a bit more, so just to make it look better. I'm hoping the connection will be good enough to work. And yeah, we'll be ready to assemble the guitar as soon as I'll paint it.